Alright, Knicks fans. Well, I'm gonna have another talk. With you Pistons fans, man. And then this is for everybody. This is the another episode of the Stoic Knicks fan, another episode of the Stoic Knicks fan. And look, us Knicks fans are riding on cloud nine. I will tell you this again. You're talking to a man that's been through 36, 37 years of Knicks history, bro. 37 years I've been a Knicks fan, officially, right? I got into basketball in around 88, 89. Before that, I was a baseball kid, right? So I had 2-3 years of being strictly baseball. Baseball was my sport, really up until 93. 93 is when I became a big time. Basketball is my sport. I started to play. I grew, I grew to about 5'11" at only like 13, 14 years old. And, I was a Knicks fan, basically die hard from 92 on. And I've been a Knicks fan, obviously I'm a root for my team, my city's team and all that. And so it's, right? You hear the Cam and the Mace, something happened, all that spooky ghost and goblin, the Knicks are cursed. Come on, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not getting me when they talk about spooky ghosts and goblins, curses, or anything else, unluckiness, none of that. Listen, we lost the chances, because you know why? Because we weren't undeniable. We didn't have the biggest superstar. Patrick Ewing wasn't selling the most shit back in his day. Melo was here by himself. Melo was a marketable superstar. We didn't have the marketable superstars. Now we have a team, the same way we had a team back in the 70s. We have a team, and that's a beautiful part, right? Back in the Earl of Pearl, in that era, many will say, hey, the guys were great players, all great players. They were all players that were great players that had their flaws. I think this iteration of the Knicks have a lot of great players. Should I blaspheme and say Willis and Clyde equals to Cat and Bridges? I mean Brunson. Back then the captain was the big man. Now the captain is the guard. But right now, look, we playing a modern era of basketball. We have guys hitting on all cylinders. We have an OG Anunoby. What is he, Dave DeBusschere? Is Josh Hart, the senator? Look, we just got a deep squad. This is an era of parity. And as I said before, nobody is a juggernaut. And I'll include that in OKC. And look, we can go to the finals, get beat by OKC, possibly. Possible. It's in the realm of possibility. But I think the Knicks are hinting on something. Right now, we are number one in just about every team stat. Either number one, number two, or number three. It's about every team stat when it comes to the playoffs. So right now we're playing the best basketball. We're number one in net rating. You understand what I'm saying? We're number one in net rating. People will say, well, we played shitty competition. Bullshit. We played it's funny. I heard Nick Wright. You guys, it's the same guys who eat out of Nick's right hand when he's talking about LeBron. But now all of a sudden you're buying into the bullshit. Like you don't buy the bullshit that he had the Sixers as the best team in the East. See, once they beat Boston, because everybody was glazing Boston, they thought, oh, hey, look, Sixers got Joel Embiid back. Boom. I mean, I watched the game. I watched how he was moving, and when I saw him in game one, I watched part of the game. When I saw how he was moving, I'm like, no, this guy's gonna get. When I watch Karl-Anthony Towns driving by Emeka Okongwu, I'm not saying Emeka Okongwu is Joel Embiid, but goddamn it, he's more mobile than Joel Embiid right now. I'm like, there's no way. And mind you, it wasn't even a feed Cat and just abuse it because Embiid was drawing fouls and Cat having in foul trouble the whole series. All right? So, look, again, you guys are now 2-2. The Cavs put belt to ass last night, beat y'all by 20, beat y'all going away. Okay? Beat y'all going away. They pretty much had y'all beat in game 3 with K throwing the game away at the end. Again, Pistons fans, look, we expect to have this rivalry for years to come, for a couple of years to come. But see, this is the thing, right? I have respect for your team. I don't have respect for you fans and some of the comments that I hear and some of the arrogance. So I really want to speak on the basically the history that you guys love to shove down our pause. You love to bring up at every turn, as if your history is so damn glorious. Again, you went 17 years without a playoff series win, and you might just be stuck with one. It's not your year this year, man. And look, you could dig out you dug out a lot, pause. In round 1, you dug it out. You got where you need to get. Salute. I don't have a problem with giving y'all credit. Y'all actually went and won. Y'all came back from a 3-1 deficit and won the series. Salute to you. Well earned, well deserved. Right? I mean, I do feel like if Wagner was there, we might have a different outcome. But again, it doesn't matter, right? You survived. For all the excuses I'm hearing, and the fact that y'all lost 2 games in a row, and y'all not as visible. This is what makes me just look at y'all as the fugazi, some other bitches that you are. I'm sorry. Talk a lot of trash. Bring up history. Like, bro, you talking to the wrong one because I've been there. And I know, here's the thing. Nothing that happened in the past. Isaiah Thomas not walking through that door. Joe Dumars not walking through that door. Nobody from your past. Chauncey Billups, the head coach of the Blazers, he's in trouble right now. He's on I don't know what the situation. I don't know if they haven't fired him or whatever it is. I don't know what his status is. But Joe Dumars is running what's his name? Isaiah Thomas is on NBA TV. Bill Laimbeer is still probably coaching women's. Like, nobody from your past eras. Van Wallace, y'all ain't got nobody there. Y'all got a whole new organization. You're telling me about JB. You realize we got JB Bickerstaff fired in Cleveland? Donovan Mitchell said, I can't play for this guy. And this, you know what I mean? Like, everybody that want to talk that shit about Knicks and our lack of championships, and that's all y'all can do, right? Again, get your playoff wins up before you talk about the history. But we at Philly talking greasy to us. We spanked the shit up. They were bringing up Trae Young in the Atlanta series. Bro, this is a Knicks revenge tour to the and I mean, look, if you're not paying attention, if you're getting me with old tropes, because again, I'm not watching your games because there's nothing that I need to see to know that Kay Cunningham needs help. You don't have a litany of scorers, right? You're tough, you play defense, but there's nobody on your roster who I gotta fear is gonna light me up. Maybe K, that's it. But he's a one-man band. Tobias Harris, he'll play well in a couple of games, but he's Tobias Harris. You don't have the firepower. And you can keep harping on those regular season games, those 3 regular season games, 2 in Detroit and 1. You haven't beaten us in your home. You haven't beaten us in Little Caesars Arena. We're 3-0 there. Matter of fact, your whole team has 4 playoff wins in Little Caesars Arena. We have 3. You play home. So congratulations for finally, when you beat Cleveland in game 2, you barely won that game. Congratulations for finally beating us in what's his name? Beating us in playoff wins in your own home stadium. Come on now. Humble thyself. Seriously. Humble thyself. All that greasy talk and this, that, and the third. We got a whole week off sitting here chilling. We got a whole week off sitting here chilling. I'll say it again. We got a whole week off sitting here chilling. There ain't going to be no excuses for us. We're going to be healthy. Ain't going to be no Kevin Durant, hopefully or not. I mean, I got to knock on wood now. But again, I don't believe in spooky ghosts and goblins. You know, get that practice time in. Get that film watching. Relax. Spend time with the family. And then be ready. You ain't going to hear us talk about nothing about, oh my God, it was too much rest. It was too much rest. It's the magnet ball. Oh, the league just want to promote the Knicks. None of that shit, bro. Get out in there and play fucking basketball. We had to hear, goofies talk about magnet balls and shit and how to leave. We scored 70 points. Come on, man. We scored 70 points in the paint. What did the magnet ball got to do with that? So even our layups, even our dunks, even our, they magnet ball those too. Man, come on, man. Come on. Again, we can have fun. We can theorize and shit. We can have fun. But this is business time, man. This is business time. The Knicks have got a 53-year drought to end this year. I predicted we would. This is the best team we've had. Again, that's another debate. I'll say 99 and 94 and 97. 97, I felt, was the team. 57-win Knicks team that year. We were ready. We were ready to knock on. We were ready to battle with the Bulls. Okay? So, again, is this team perfect? No. Right now, they're playing about as perfect as you can fucking play, man. They're playing about as perfect as you can play. Again, look, Philly fans, you're welcome. I'm stealing from the caller, a couple of callers behind me. They're just calling optimistic Knicks fan. Objective Knicks fan. But yeah, you're welcome. We ended with, I did mention how we break up teams, we break up little groups. We broke up the Bad Boys 1. Y'all traded Rodman after we whipped that ass. After we destroyed y'all on the rebounds. He was the rebounding champion. We destroyed y'all 45 to 30 in the rebound and the boards in that series per game. Patrick Ewing, we had Patrick Ewing, Mace, and Oakley all averaged more rebounds than Dennis Rodman that year. We destroyed y'all. We made y'all look little. And y'all broke that team up. Oh, you want to talk history? Again, did y'all win the championship? We did not win the championship. That don't change what I just said. We broke up the Boston Celtics. Look, I know the Jason Tatum injury played a factor, but Boston sold off half their team after we beat them last year. We have a habit of doing that. We got J.B. Bickerstaff fired in Cleveland. That's why y'all got him. And now y'all doubting his rotations. Man, all this talk about B-ball, Paul. I'm sorry. Look, Paul Reed is a nice player to have. I guess if he was a Knick, we would be. But bruh, this motherfucker is a third string center for a reason. And then notice how you don't play him and B-ball. Isaiah Stewart, Beef Stew together. You basically have him as your third string center. And during. It's been two series. We're on a series and a half. Y'all played a 7-game series. There's been 11 playoff games. When has Duran stepped up and showed he's dominant? When? When has he shown up and showed that he's at least good? He hasn't. He has not. So keep keep it a stack, man. Fuck we doing? I'm sorry. Let's keep it a stack. All this arrogance. You wanna play into the tropes. Nigga, I'm here to talk basketball. I'm on this channel to talk basketball. Fuck a trope. Because you sit there out of one hand and talk about how you got all this, then you cry about magnet balls. And you cry about this and that. And you're fucking glorifying a role player and Paul Reed. I'm sorry, I know who Paul Reed is. I know he's a solid, nice, big, 6'9", 6'10" center. He can shoot a three. I mean, but goddamn, to sit there and act like he's the difference between winning and losing. This guy, sorry, we not doing it. We not doing this bullshit. I mean, look, it's probably going. Look, I still got Cleveland winning in 7. I had them winning in 6. I don't think they're gonna win both games. I think they might. Well, you know what? They could, but somehow I still think they're gonna win in 6. Now, I mean, it's 7. Now, because that would mean I don't. Because the only reason I have them in 7. It's because I don't see you guys losing 4 straight games, okay? And that's to give y'all respect. But Cade is wearing down. Duran looked like he was never ready for this shit. Come on, man. This is what's going on. Let's not act like this shit ain't what it is, man. This is what's going on. You guys are not that tough. You guys are not that great. You're good. You've been exposed. You right now, you are 6-5 in the playoffs. We're 8-2. You want to look at our net, again, you want to look at our net rating? You want to look at how many guys we got averaging 20? Can you get 20 out of anybody other than Cade? And even he's slowing down. Ron Holland, I didn't realize Ron Holland was the 5th pick. Jesus, y'all had Ivy who ain't shit. I was a fan of Ivy. I know his leg and the leg injury was pretty bad, and now he's been cut by. I hope he gets his career on track. But then you drafted Ron Holland with the 5th pick. So you got. You brag about we picked our players. Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't see superstars other than Cade, and I do believe Cade is a superstar. I don't see superstars out of all these goddamn top level picks y'all made, because we made Porzingis. If you want to look at top 5 picks, we picked Porzingis and RJ Barrett in a past 13 years. You made 4 top 3 pop picks in the last 5 years, and you're here now. But you're not ready. And look, you could cut. Look, you're in it. It's a 2-2 series. You're not down 3-1 again. Now, if you was down 3-1 in Cleveland, you weren't coming back. They're not Orlando. They're not gonna sit there and go missing 60 goddamn shots in a row like Orlando did. Bro. We've been going. I expected Orlando to be where you guys are at, like top 2, top 3. Cleveland, we expected Cleveland to be a top 2 pick. Cleveland was the odds-on favorite to win the East this year, and we see. And again, I didn't see it, but I saw Cleveland's talent. But I knew why they have not gotten out of the second round. Why they lost in the second round last year to Indiana. Look, it was supposed to be us in Cleveland, not us in Indiana in the conference finals. But here we are. Maybe we see them this year. Or maybe we see you guys. But right now, and I'm not trying to get overconfident. I did that last year against Indiana, All right? I did that last year. But last year the Knicks did not look like we're looking right now. We didn't play like we were playing like now. You can sit there and now retroactively dismiss the Sixers. And yes, they were 6 and 7 seeds. Again, they were the 7 seed and took out the 2 seed. They were 3-1 with Embiid. Embiid has not played straight games in over 2 years. He played the last 2. He played the first 6. He played 5 in a row. He played 5 in a row. So the last 4 of the Boston Celtics series, game 1, missed 1 game 2, and played 2. So he's at least played 8 out of his last. He played 7 out of the last 8 games, and that's it. They fired their coach. We've ended the process. This is what look. I mean, and even I'm not even gonna go there. We end groups. We get coaches fired. We get team presidents like Daryl Morey fired. I get it. It was other shit as well. But, I mean, y'all got Jamal Mosley fired. Yes, y'all got the coach of the worst offensive team probably in the playoffs missing their second best player, because that was a factor. You're flawed. Your team is flawed. Before you worry about Knick history, before you worry about all that bullshit, before you flood our chats and come in anytime someone talks about the Knicks, because that's the deal. And no, I'm not, for those that want to take a bet, I don't bet on NBA. I don't bet on NBA like that. I'll bet, but not, it'll have to be a different type of bet. I don't bet on things like that. I was willing to, because, goddamn, the Knicks, I knew how good the Knicks were. The idea that we were going to lose in the first round, I didn't care who we played. It wasn't going to be Detroit, right? So some of y'all was suggesting we would be a fucking playing team and get y'all as the 8th in the first round. Come on, bro. Come on. This is the silliness that you hear. Where the fucking New York Knicks, man? Where the New York Knicks? Like I said, it's the start of a great team. We're a very good team. We're a very good team, and right now we're playing scary. We've always been a very good team, no matter what haters want to say, and the LOL Knicks. You know what I'm saying? There are people out there that know what they're seeing, that are impressed with what they're seeing. They take the game seriously. It's not reading off some fucking script to tell you, oh, the Knicks. No, again, I know the history. There's no spooky curse. The Knicks did not win because we did not perform. We did not have the team. We had teams that could fight. We had teams that was in it. But we were not undeniable. We didn't have Michael Jordan. We had Patrick Ewing, who was a great player in his own right? He was looked at as a star in college. Not Michael Jordan. He was looked at, even though, remember, he played with Worthy and all these guys as a freshman. He played with a lot of pros, but Ewing had Georgetown in the finals 3 out of the 4 years he was there. Okay? Ewing was that guy. And if they had a shot clock, Ewing would have been a 2-time champion in college. And if the Knicks got him a Hall of Famer, he would have won a championship for the New York Knicks. I'm guaranteeing you that. Right? We got Sprewell, who I think at that time was a Hall of Fame level player. Obviously, the politics and the way he ended his career, but he was Sprewell is a lot better than a lot of Hall of Famers. I guarantee you that. A lot of Hall of Famers that are in there. Sprewell, Sprewell's a different dude. And shout out to Spree, man. Shout out to all those old Knicks. But that history shit, man, look, it's what it is. And then I always tell you Knicks fans, man, this idea that y'all falling about whose team it is between this is what we're showing you. Here's enough. The way we play basketball, there's room for everybody to eat, and we need all hands on deck. We need all hands on deck because we want to get through Detroit or Cleveland, and with as little resistance as possible. We want to be healthy going into potential finals, and then we likely I've already got. I'm gonna put it this way, so it's about, I got a 45% chance of OKC. I got a 40% chance of San Antonio, and I got about a 15% chance of Minnesota. Minnesota's down 3-2, but they're not out of it yet. Matter of fact, I think it'll probably go. Let's go 50-40. Let's go 50-40-10. just roundabout. I don't want to bring too many odd numbers. So let's just say 50-40-10. Minnesota has to win 2 games. They have to win. They had to go back and win at home, and then they will have to go into a game 7. You know, and I still think San Antonio wins that, and I actually think I think San Antonio could possibly win against OKC. I actually think they have a good chance of winning OKC. So, but if we play OKC, here's the deal: we're gonna need our depth, and while they throw out a lot of interchangeable parts, we throw out a lot of different elements. You get what I'm saying? Like, we gotta land, like, we're more interchangeable. They have interchangeable parts where they have a bunch of guys who are pretty much, they're like an institution when it comes, like, basically, you can't say they missing anybody. Even when they lose SGA, somebody said AJ Mitchell. I mean, they just got guards galore. Their whole team is between 6'4" and 6'9", 6'10". Then you got their 2 big men. But we got different elements. We can go double big. We can go, or you know what I'm saying? That's where I think we would have an advantage. And again, like I said, that's why you want to get through, you want to get rested, because I think the same way it's going on, and people can say, "Oh, you're lucky." No, we beat the brakes out of we beat the brakes out of Philadelphia. Say Philadelphia to beat us twice in the regular season, right? And y'all was saying was a dangerous team. When we beat the brakes off of them, now it's a different story. And listen, that's how it's always gonna go. There's never gonna be consistency with the hate. Never. There's never gonna be consistency with the hate. I learned that, and I learned to just accept it. They ain't never gonna be consistent with the hate. They never gonna be logical. We beat this team by 40 points. I mean, we will beat this team by 40 points in game 1. You barely beat them in games. See, this is what I'm saying. When we beat the Hawks, we barely beat the Hawks, even though they were coming off a 12-game winning streak. When we beat the Celtics, they didn't have Jaylen Brown. Yeah, Jaylen Brown decided to sit with Achilles tendonitis. And then the crazy part is right, you still decide to play Jason Tatum 41 minutes in that game, which was, again, I don't get it. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't want to hear no excuses when you're playing. If the game meant something, then Jaylen Brown should have played. Achilles tendonitis. Yet 24 hours later, your fucking ass is healthy against the goddamn Pelicans. I could see if he said 2 or 3 games, which you should have did. Fuck, you had everything wrapped up. But this is what I mean. Yeah, we talked a little history. We talked a little current. That's what I kind of do. I mean, I don't have, maybe I need to write down some notes and do a whole history thing. But I mean, y'all let me know. Anybody let me know in the comment if y'all want to see this. If y'all want to see me talk history. Because I get bored talking history. History is history. What relevance does it have what's going on now? Nothing. This is a whole new team. Rick Brunson was on the 99 Knicks. He's our coach now. We have more, and then his son is our fucking franchise player. We have, shit. Yeah. His son is our franchise player. So we have more relevance to our glory days than the Pistons do. Mind you, we have more than from the 99 team than y'all got from the 04 to 07 era team. And that'll be that, man. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Listen, man, we got a whole, what is this, Tuesday? Going into Wednesday. We got a whole week. We got a whole rest of this week, man. Look like next Tuesday. We got a whole nother week. 9-10 days off. And trust me, gonna make the best of it. And we ain't gonna have to hear nothing. You ain't gonna hear nothing from my mouths about no goddamn long layoff of Russ. Peace.